Dixieland all, and he brings it to you. Creature features, and all creatures, and all creatures. And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
It was a dark and stormy night. But it's always a dark and stormy night here at the Polter Mansion, right, Livingston?
Evidently.
And especially on this night of all nights, since we're experiencing a rather immense storm here in Bodega Bay that's a good deal more vibrant than usual. The perfect background for a spooky story. Welcome to Creature Features. You must all certainly by now know my intrepid valet, Mr. Livingston, and I have little doubt you're rather a bit familiar with my lovely charge, Tangella. And I, as always, am your dedicated host, Vincent. Tonight we're going to chat about spooky stories.
Is that not our factory default setting?
Of course, yes, with the brilliant variety of horror films we typically share with our friends at home. But tonight we shall actually discuss frightening fables in detail, because joining us will be Spooky Boo, curator and sometimes author of the stories featured on the popular YouTube channel Scary Storytime. She'll tell us a frightening tale or two and help us dissect and embalm tonight's film, which is The Undertaker and His Pals, a splendid film that offers a unique blend of humor and gore.
Why didn't you show this film a few weeks ago when The Undertaker was our guest?
You're rather peculiar, Livingston. So stay with us for another night of grave-digging fright here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Livingston, what exactly are we doing on February 10th, 2019?
You know very well we'll be attending the East Bay Comic-Con in Concord, California.
That's right! The gang from Creature Features will be at East Bay Comic-Con. Livingston will be there, Tangella will be there, as will yours truly, your host, Vincent. It'll be a festival of fright, a cornucopia of comics, a horde of heroes, and a jubilee of trained animals and circus midgets. Apologies. Circus little people. Or would that be little circus people? In any case, join us in February and learn more at the website you see here. It's going to be so much fun.
Doubtfully.
See you there.
This is your Mac. It's a good Mac. It does those things you like, the music that you love, and most importantly, the work that you do. Sadly though, sometimes it does this. Or this. Or this. But before you do this, try Tech Tool Pro, your one-stop fix-it tool to locate the source of this so that this still remains your things that you love, music that you enjoy, and important work that you do machine. Tech Tool Pro, the most advanced Macintosh repair utility ever.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hi, I'm Linda Blair, and if you want to be scared, stay tuned on North Bay Television, coming up.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We are with Spooky Boo, the one and only, the legendary Spooky Boo. Now, before I explain exactly what it is you do, I want to know how you came up with that title, Spooky Boo.
Well, when I was a kid, my brother and sister used to follow me around and scare me with Boo.
That's it. So we should all kind of be called Boo, right? But you're the Spooky Boo, so because you offer spooky tales.
That's right.
She's got a podcast and a YouTube channel, right? Which is, I don't know the difference, and I frankly don't care because I can get it on either end. But she tells stories, and some are true, some are not. You never know, right?
That's right.
All right. So we're going to learn more about your podcast, Spooky Boo's. What's the full title? Spooky Boo's?
Spooky Boo's Scary Story Time.
Spooky Boo's Scary Story. This is kind of like Vince Vandal's Spooky Movie Time, right?
Yeah, there you go.
No, but we call it Creature Features, which is more generic. All right, and we're going to watch The Undertaker and His Pals. Have you seen this film?
I have.
And did you like it?
I love all slasher movies.
Oh, good. It's a slasher film?
Yeah, more or less.
All right, well, let's not give away too much. But I saw this film a long time ago. I remember like the funeral parlor beginning, and I don't remember the middle very much, and I certainly don't remember the end. So it's going to be new for me. It's maybe going to be new for you. It's not going to be new for Spooky Boo, but Spooky Boo is going to be new to us. So let's start the film, and when we come back, we're going to learn all about Spooky Boo. You guys stay with us.
Did you ever think when the hearse rolls by that someday you are going to die? Oh, there's never been a devil like me. No, there ain't. Hereabout. Yeah, yeah, you can say that again.
She looks lovely lying there, doesn't she? I painted her myself.
Why did this have to happen?
Life is but a shadow through which we all must pass to reach that bright tomorrow.
Yes, but she's so young. Why did you come to the city? Why couldn't you stay home with your mommy?
Let's go home, Mother.
Wait. Let me kiss my baby.
Mr. Lamb, may I talk to you a moment alone, sir? I've always found it best to give my bill at this time. It helps take your mind off your bereavement. Grief therapy, as we call it in the industry.
$1,250.
Well, it's not our best funeral, but
$1,250.
See, you've forgotten your grief already.
You advertised $144.98, not $1,250.
But, Mr. Lamb, you don't expect to get a funeral like that for nothing. Why, the silk in that box is worth at least $144. And then there's the hearse, and then there's the flowers. Now, the flowers are a big item, and then the...
I won't pay any $1,250.
Oh, yes, you will, sir. You signed a contract. Or at least your wife did. Didn't you, Mrs. Lamb?
You're both horrible to talk about money at a time like this.
I earned my money, Mrs. Lamb. That girl of yours had her legs chopped off. How would you like to have to sew plastic legs on a cold corpse? Of course, I could have skipped the legs and given her a junior-length coffin. That would have been more economical, wouldn't it? And her throat. If you could have seen her throat.
Oh.
You'll pay.
Guests of the show stay at the Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa in Santa Rosa.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, this is Tiny Lister. You're watching North Bay TV, hanging out with the best television station in the world. Y'all wait for the new Friday, Zootopia, and the new film I did with James Franco. Now get that camera out of my face.
Hello, I'm Vincent, this is Tangella, and we just want to remind you we've got a wonderful website. It's at creaturefeatures.tv, and at that location we've got things like previous episodes, our merchandise, we've got photographs of the entire gang, including Tangella and her hideous friend. So be sure to come see our site. You'll love it. Welcome back to the show. We welcome you because we've got Spooky Boo with us. I'm feeling spooky already, and not because you're spooky or because of your stories, because of this film.
Oh.
I forgot how much of a. It's rather disgusting.
I think it's kind of fun, actually.
Well, we normally try not to show films like this because we get angry letters from the viewers. No, it's actually like we have some families. They watch the show with the children, little small children. We were at this one convention, and this little girl brought a picture to Tangella, and it showed all this mayhem and chaos, and she had watched one of the worst movies we'd shown, and she was only like this tall. It was funny.
I watched Night of the Living Dead when I was 6. So it was fun.
That was a good film to watch when you were 6.
Yeah.
It's not as good now in our older years. All right, so you do this thing, for those of you just tuning in. It's a podcast YouTube channel where you basically tell scary stories. And it's called Scary Storytime.
That's right.
How'd you start this?
Well, I was writing horror stories, and instead of waiting for publication, I figured, I'll tell it on YouTube, and lots of people will watch it and
That's a good
enjoy
plan.
them. Yeah.
And so you gave up on the publication and just now are like a YouTube star, right?
Right. Huge.
Well, it's YouTube is like this giant haystack.
It is.
And everything we add to it is like a tiny little needle. So, you know, even our show, we get more people watching us on TV than on YouTube. So YouTube is not what it's all ballyhooed to be. So, all right. So you started doing this, the scary thing, and it was all your stories to start, right? But then you said you ran out of some material.
Right. I couldn't write a story every day, so I started telling creepypasta stories.
And you were explaining this during the break. Explain it for the viewers.
Creepypasta is a story that is just told over the internet and passed to people. It may or may not be true.
So it's almost like a meme.
Kind
like
of,
a
yeah.
photographic joke meme, but instead it's a spooky story.
Yeah, it's a 2,000 to 8,000 word scary story.
So you said you do these every day?
Almost.
Almost every day. You know, I thought this was too much doing a show once a week. If you're doing a show every day and you have to record it and read it and fix
Edit
it.
it and everything.
Oh my goodness. That must take up all your time.
Mm-hmm.
Enough? Too much? All right. So what do you say we get back to The Undertaker and His Pals?
Let's go for it.
All right, let's get back to this film. It should get better, right? Gorier?
Gorier,
Who
definitely.
knows? All right, off we go. Undertaker and His Pals, stay with us.
Harry,
Later, baby.
like my new dress?
Yeah.
And my hair? Do you like it better up?
Yes, it's very nice.
Harry, will you turn around and look at me?
Come on, honey. We've got lots of work. Come on.
Harry,
What?
why won't you marry me?
Honey, I can't even afford me.
But I'm going to jump out the window if you won't marry me.
Hey, Employment Bureau, would you please send me over a new secretary? Yeah, I have one that's about ready to leave. Thank you.
I hate you, Harry Glass. Boys do a great little business around here. You know, it'd do a lot of good in this place. A white tornado.
You watch too much television.
You have any better ideas?
Mm-hmm.
Spike, Doc, anybody around?
Oh, hiya, Mr. Glass. Spike will be with you in a minute.
That's what I like about this place. The service.
Don't pay attention to Doc. His mind is elsewhere.
Buried in those books they say he's always reading.
There's nothing wrong with studying.
According to the grapevine, he was kicked out of medical school because he was very, very weird. If you ask me what I think...
Ask you what?
What's Duncan Hines recommend in this food palace?
Specialty of the day. What'll it be?
I'll try the lamb.
You'll like it, baby.
My friends call me Anne. You may call me Miss Poultry.
Poultry? As in barnyard?
It's not that funny.
Okay. Chicken?
I'll have a specialty, Spike.
Give me 2 orders.
2 orders of what? You didn't even tell him what we were ordering.
We don't have anything else. Hey, you read about that new murder?
No, Sally Lamb? Yeah, that's a shame, real shame. I wonder if that was her father came in the office today.
I like to read things like that. Paper shouldn't print that stuff.
2 specials. Lamb's leg.
What's the drink?
I'll have coffee.
I'll have a BM. Buttermilk.
Hey, Spike, what is this?
Lamb.
That's not lamb.
Taste it again.
No, baby. You taste it. Come on, honey, it's a bad joke. I'm sorry I brought you here.
This joint would give Mr. Clean nightmares.
Aw, chicken. You give the place a bad name.
You think so? Wait till I call the health inspectors.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, wouldn't I?
Later.
Good night, Miss Poultry.
Toby? Here, kitty kitty. Toby? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome to the Flamingo Hotel in Northern California's beautiful Sonoma County wine country. The hotel was built in 1957 to mirror the image of the original Vegas Flamingo design. It's always been the area's favorite resort because of its amenities and its strong connection to the glamour of Hollywood and Las Vegas. The Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa offers 170 guest rooms. It includes 14 suites and executive king accommodations. From all of us at the Flamingo Hotel, we thank you and look forward to seeing you soon.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hi, I'm Patricia Quinn, and you're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned.
And welcome back to the show. It's that time we do letters and we kick our guest out of their chair. You know, I think Spooky Boo wanted to stay for the letter segment, which is a first because most guests don't want to be around during our letter segment. Anyways, we're going to get back to The Undertaker and His Pals in a moment, but first we've got to read our mail from you. What do we got, Mr. Livingston? And what are you doing with my mirror? Admiring yourself. Well, we can show you. You're fetching enough. I need that to fix this. All right, so first one is from Mark Marin. Or is it Mark from Marin?
Difficult to say.
Well, did it have a stamp or like a return thing?
There's no from in.
Oh, all right. So he says, Dear Creature Features, I love your show. Excellent job. I used to watch the original with my mum. Thank you for putting in the effort it takes to preserve and improve on a classic. Do you see that? We're preservationists. We're like the curator in a museum of horror.
The Hysterical Society.
The Hysterical Society. You're good at these jokes. He's getting better. He's getting a bit better. All right, thanks for writing, Mark from Marin or Mark Marin. I don't know which one. Oh, it's a long one.
It's for you.
Am I reading the whole thing or should I just fold it in half? I could do this and it'll be quick. No, I'm going to read the whole thing because I see compliments. I'm going to read it all. All right, this one is from Dan the Man in Oakland. Oh, he put Dan Clark. That's a good name, Clark. All right, so Vincent, I saw you singing at Zetro's AC/DC show and you looked at home on the stage. So that was that thing that Zetro invited. So he invited, Zetro, the singer for Exodus, has a band called AC/DC, and it's like a cover band. They play AC/DC songs.
Tribute band, I believe he called it.
Tribute. It's a tribute to AC/DC. And he dragged me up on the stage for a song. It was fun.
Indeed.
Well, I had a few drinks, but I remembered the lyrics, so it was all right. All right, and he goes on, one would think you may have done that before, maybe once or twice. However, I was disappointed that Livingston didn't join you with his bagpipes. You're right, you know. What was that song they do? It's a long way to the rock. Long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. They have bagpipes at the beginning. He goes on, Zetro did a killer job with your new opening song that he did. And I hope we will see more of him after Exodus finishes their tour of Europe. We do as well, Dan. Love your show. We love you, Dan. Thanks for writing. And our last note of the night. How are you, Tangella? You all right? I like the way you did your eyes tonight. They're quite blue. Close them. Close your eyes. There you go. Now put your head up. There we go. Now we could see the glitter. I like it when she glitters. All right, this one is from Grant Luckman in Toronto, Canada. That's one of the farthest places we've reached. Toronto.
South Africa, I believe, was the furthest.
That I said one of the furthest, but you know it snows. It's snowing right now, I bet, in Toronto. I hope you're keeping warm, Grant. All right, he goes, Dear Creature Features, I like your show. I like soup too. Especially minestrone, as long as it doesn't have those little things that look like peas but taste like rat turds. Oh, I like your guests too. Kathy Garver was an interesting get, but having her on your show kind of seems like taking Grandma to a heavy metal show. Who's next? Betty White? I would like to have Betty White on the show. She would be wonderful.
She's quite humorous.
She is. Why don't you have Meatloaf on the show? We had Meatloaf the other night for dinner, right?
Not that Meatloaf.
Oh, he's talking about... Oh, all right, I know. Why don't you have Meatloaf on the show? He was great in Fight Club and sings better than you do. Well, of course he does. I'm not a singer. Thanks for writing, Grant Luckman in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're cold up there. All right, that's it for letters. If you'd like to send us a letter, send it to this email address appearing right here by my foot. And if you'd like to send it to us in the post, send it to the address appearing by my knee. Quite simple. We'll be right back with Spooky Boo, but first let's get back to the Undertaker and His Pals. Stay with us.
Toby? Toby?
Harry? Yeah. One of them was probably wearing this. Well, that doesn't give you much to go on. Makes the 5th murder we've had with these vicious mutilations of the body. But it's the first time there's been something to point us in any direction. There were 3 of them. We know their physical proportions by their boot prints. We know that they were riding motorcycles, and we know the kind of tires that were on the cycles. You can't go around checking every tire in the city. No, but we can send a description to all the shops. Come on, Harry, now you know the procedure. Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure you catch him. Well, it'd help if you could tell us something. I've already told you everything. I don't know anything. Well, Ann didn't have any enemies, and she didn't hang around the motorcycle crowd. I can't really tell you much more. She only hated one guy, and that was me. And she wanted to marry me. Crazy kid. I'm sorry, Harry. Me too. Well, if you hear of anything, you'll let me know, won't you? Sure. And I don't want you trying to take things into your own hands. No, I won't. But you will let me know if you hear anything. Sure. Thank you. Say, I want to hang around here a while and look around. Okay. Okay.
Who are you? Mr. March, your friendly undertaker at your service.
Go away, Vulture. I don't need you.
Oh, but you do, sir. Yes, you do. Whether you want to admit it or not, you can't do without me. Now, something has to be done. And since this poor dead girl has no relatives, and since you were her employer.
How do you know?
It's my business to find out these things.
Well, or you might as well handle it. What's the difference?
Now you're talking. I do as good a job as anyone, and I don't mind saying that my services are far, far more complete. I handle everything right from the beginning to the end. Signed here.
How much?
$144.98.
98 cents?
Well, this is a very competitive business.
There's no price on these contracts.
Well, we do that. You know, sometimes there are a few extras. They don't amount to much.
Well, I'll just fill in. 144.98. No ups, no extras.
Mr. Glass, you are making a terrible mistake.
I'd better not be.
Doc and me were both awful sorry, Mr. Glass. Gee, who'd have thought? You and her were just in here a few hours before.
I'd sure like to get my hands on those bums.
If you find out anything, you let me know. Me and Doc. Doc! Mr. Glass is going to get the guys that killed his chick. If he needs any help, we're going to go help him, okay?
Spike.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a donut?
Doc, we got any donuts back there?
They haven't been delivered yet. Begin the operation. The scalpel is used to make a deliberate cut. The cut should be no longer than necessary, and yet not too short either. The cut should not be too short. Size and shape of the scalpels vary greatly, but regardless of the variation, the scalpel should always be sharp. What do you want?
I got your deliveries, man. Come on, open up.
All right.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
canter as a toy corn. You're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We are still with Miss Spooky Boo watching The Undertaker and His Pals. You know, I don't remember this being a cannibal flick. It was terrible. I mean, leg of lamb. That's a bad joke. Yeah. What if her name was like cow? Nobody has leg of cow, right?
Side of cow, side of beef.
Right, side of beef, I don't know. All right, well, this movie is quickly going downhill. I want to hear a spooky story. So tell us, one of these spooky stories you've told, what was like one of the scarier ones?
Oh, one of the scary ones is Sludge.
Sludge?
Yeah.
It had a title called Sludge.
And the title is Sludge.
Right.
And it's a person in her apartment building. And she's walking around her apartment building. She hears a noise under the house. And she's wondering what it is. She can't figure out what it is, like a rumbling in a pipe. She walks over, listens through the sink, and it's gurgling in the sink. And then something green kind of looks up at her. She gets freaked out, turns on the garbage disposal, and pieces of it start popping out of the garbage disposal. And they crawl over the counter and squiggle, and then it rumbles. The whole house shakes and rumbles. And she's getting a little scared, you know, what's going on? So she goes in and chops it up some more, and it gets bigger and bigger and chases her into the bathroom. She cuts her foot, and it starts seeping up the blood as it's cutting her foot. And she runs out, and it attacks her leg, crawls up her leg and into her nose and in her brain, and she falls asleep, and she wakes up to the door knocking, and it wakes her up, and it says, "Eat."
Eat.
Eat. Time to
Sludge.
eat. Somebody at the door.
She was like possessed.
Yes.
With this sludge monster, and we don't know if that's a true story or not. It could be. It's like Believe It or Not, but different, right?
Right.
Well, you know, when you start talking about the green stuff coming up the sink, we've had that happen here before. I don't think it was due to any type of monster or like possession, but I think it was like bad plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did not know how to plumb in 1875. They just did it different back then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to hear some more spooky story time stories from Spooky Boo, but first we got to get back to this rather unspooky Undertaker and His Pals, right?
Right.
Gets better, doesn't it?
It does. Gets gorier.
All right. Stay with us and do forgive us for the gore. Off we go. The Undertaker and His Pals. Stay with us.
How come you always lock this door? You afraid somebody gonna come in here and get you?
Just put him down over there.
What are you reading?
Surgery.
Oh, you're gonna operate on people?
Why not?
Well, no offense, man. Say, how come you never order any meat? So much vegetables like lettuce and celery and onions and ketchup.
Your company charges too much.
Oh, not any more than anybody else.
So why order from somebody else? Spread the business around, you know.
Who do you order your meat from?
That's none of your business. Why don't you just get out of here? I'm studying.
You know, my boss will make a good price on all meat, all aged.
We serve fresh meat.
What'll it be?
Well, let's see. I think I'll have the fried shrimp.
Sorry, we're out of fried shrimp.
Well, then, give me a hot dog.
Don't have any.
Well, what have you got?
We still have some leg of lamb. Or how about the specialty of the day?
What is this, candid camera or something?
No, sir.
I'll tell you what, instead of the chicken, give me a pie.
Big piece or little?
The whole pie.
Do
You have a box?
Yeah, sure.
Come in, sir.
Well, I came to pay my last respects.
That's very thoughtful of you, sir. You are a very thoughtful man.
Cut the sarcasm. I'd like to see her, please.
She's behind the drapes, but,
What?
remember, sir, you wouldn't let me add a few little extras. With a little extra, I could have restacked it with foam rubber. Remember, sir, it was you who said, no ups, no extras. Our association doesn't approve of low-priced funerals, but when the needy need help, I always try to do what I can. Gratitude. That's what this world needs, is gratitude.
Hi.
Hello.
You are Harry Glass, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I thought so. You know, my sister told me you were very handsome. I told her I was going to work for you.
What kind of work do you do?
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
You tell me.
I'm a typist.
Oh.
Well, am I hired?
What's your name?
Call me Friday.
No, but what's your name?
Friday? My sister didn't tell me you were hard of hearing.
You're not one of those kooks, are you?
Silly. Do I look like I'm kooky?
No, I don't think you do.
Well, good. Now that we have that settled, do I get the job?
No, why don't you go downstairs and have some dinner, and when you get back, we'll talk it all over.
Well, it's a very good idea. You got any money, honey?
You bet.
Oh, you're a doll. See you later, boss.
Hello, baby. What can I do for you?
The question is, what can I do for you?
You mean it?
No. I just wanted to get your reaction. Say, is this place on Diners Club?
Ha, ha.
I'll have a hamburger.
Don't have any.
Well, I have a pain because I haven't eaten.
Who has a pain? Ah. The can, nurse.
Nurse! Hey, what is this?
Did you say you have a pain?
In her belly.
Well, yes, but that's...
Hello, this is Nigel from Newark, California. Just want to let you know you make our Saturday nights nice and spooky. Keep it up, man. Keep up the good work, mate.
This is your Mac. It's a good Mac. It does those things you like, the music that you love, and most importantly, the work that you do. Sadly though, sometimes it does this. Or this. Or this. But before you do this, try Tactile Pro, your one-stop fix-it tool to locate the source of this so that this still remains your things that you love, music that you enjoy, and important work that you do machine. Tactile Pro, the most advanced Macintosh repair utility ever.
Livingston, what exactly are we doing on February 10th, 2019?
You know very well we'll be attending the East Bay Comic-Con in Concord, California.
That's right! The gang from Creature Features will be at East Bay Comic-Con. Livingston will be there, Tangelo will be there, as will yours truly, your host Vincent. It'll be a festival of fright, a cornucopia of comics, a horde of heroes, and a jubilee of trained animals and circus midgets. Apologies. Circus little people. Or would that be little circus people? In any case, join us in February and learn more at the website you see here. It's going to be so much fun.
Doubtfully.
See you there.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude. Donate now at stjude.org.
Hey, we're Quiet Riot here at the House of Rock in Santa Rosa, and you're watching North Bay TV, so stay tuned.
Guests of the show stay at the Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa in Santa Rosa.
Welcome back to Creature Features again. We are still with Miss Spooky Boo from Spooky Boo's Scary Story Time, right? That's right. Pronunciation. And we are watching The Undertaker and His Pals. And this film is disgusting. Absolutely gross. Right? She likes it. I don't like these kinds of films. I want to see ghosts. I want spooky, scary stories.
Ghost stories are great, too.
No, you don't cover this kind of stuff in your thing, do you?
Sometimes.
Like slasher stories? Mm-hmm. You do. All right. I thought it was all ghosts.
No, not all of them.
We have ghost issues here, and I was hoping you might offer some advice. And I'm going to hit you up on that during the break. But so the film more, they have a butcher shop. Restaurant, people are eating. This is like Silence of the Lambs, but different. What was the name of the guy in Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, I want to say
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Hannibal the Cannibal. These guys make him look like Mr. Rogers.
Oh, he had class though. These guys are.
Mr. Rogers had class?
Okay, Hannibal.
Oh, you like Hannibal Lecter? You know, I really like Sir Anthony Hopkins. He's a splendid thespian who knows how to do creepy just perfectly, right?
He does.
All right, well, speaking of creepy, you must have gotten some strange feedback from some unusual viewers now and then?
Yes.
Yes.
All different kinds of unusual viewers.
Right. Tell me one.
Oh, goodness. I remember one night somebody came on the YouTube chat.
Right.
And just said the most unusual things. I mean, I was thinking he was a slasher.
A true, actual...
Oh, yes. He was creepy.
Real life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, I imagine something like that might be a side effect of doing, like, scary stories. Maybe you should not do slasher stories anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
Instead, you'll just have the ghost hunters writing to you saying, you know, I think I have a picture that I took in a graveyard of Queen Elizabeth I.
Oh, but I get people who think they're ghosts, too.
They think they are
think
ghosts.
they're ghosts, like the lady who thinks she's married to one.
She is one, and she's married to one as well.
Right.
Well, that must make the whole divorce process difficult, wouldn't it?
One guy thinks he's an alien, and he has his alien wife is pregnant with his alien baby.
Well, you know, it's quite possible he's accurate. Right? I mean, you know, it's not too far-fetched. You know, there's like 20 billion planets out there. There's got to be life on one or two.
You never know.
And there's a very good chance that maybe he got on a spaceship and chose that one person to have a immaculate conception.
There you go.
Who knows? All right, this is getting silly. Let's get back to the film, right? Off we go to The Undertaker and His Pals. Stay with us because we're going to the movie right now.
Get the patient ready for surgery while I scrub up.
I ripped their clothes off.
Oh, that's good thinking. You ready? My.
What's wrong with her?
Who knows? I'll explore. Scalpel. Nurse, there's a fly. Get rid of it. What are you spraying her for?
Germs.
You didn't get rid of the fly. What is this? Deodorant? Check her respiration.
A-okay.
Nothing wrong so far. Isn't she beautiful inside? Where's the anesthetic?
Doc.
Look. Everything was going so well, too.
Right to the end. Pity.
Well, at least my operating technique is getting better, huh? Can't win them all. What are we going to do with her? See who it is.
Don't say it. What's he doing? Where's the rest of the girl?
In the back.
You're a couple of dirty double-crossers.
Why?
You agreed that I would get half, but we did this job alone. I could have used what you wasted. Remember, we specifically agreed that I could bury Doc's mistakes. I don't know what this world is coming to. A man can hardly make a living these days. No ups, no extras.
What happened to your head?
He shaved with a... Oh, shut up. I'll get sore. I'm sorry. I'm a little on edge with the end of the month coming and bills to be paid.
We won't let you down. Don't worry.
We'll help you. Tonight? Tonight.
Good night, Rose. I'm going to stay in a little longer. Let yourself out. See you tomorrow, Rose. You know, you don't have to believe me, but I've made up my mind. I'm gonna quit next month. You know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna get married again. Oh, I know. I'm a 3-time loser. But this time, it's gonna work. What do you think about that? Tempest? Rep?
Welcome to the Flamingo Hotel in Northern California's beautiful Sonoma County wine country. The hotel was built in 1957 to mirror the image of the original Vegas Flamingo design. It's always been the area's favorite resort because of its amenities and its strong connection to the glamour of Hollywood and Las Vegas. The Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa offers 170 guest rooms. It includes 14 suites and executive king accommodations. From all of us at the Flamingo Hotel, we thank you and look forward to seeing you soon.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
It's morphin' time! Steer into one, pink! Hi, I'm Catherine Sutherland from Power Rangers, and you're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Hello. Harry, I just want to let you know that we got a lead on the murderers. One of them lost his license plate.
Well, who's it belong to?
The Undertaker from Shady Rest, Mr. Mort.
Ain't that something?
Well, you know him? Well, our men are going to pick him up. Say, maybe you can help us. Do you know who he associates with?
No, I don't, but I'll find out.
What happened to your license plate?
I lost it.
Where?
I don't know. Don't bother me with things like that. Now look at my neck. Oh, great.
What? The cops will find your license plate, then they'll find you with a bullet hole. Our goose will be cooked.
I'll have to operate.
Oh, no, you don't! No! Get him up on the table! Oh, there's no time to operate anyway.
Why?
The cops will be around looking for him. We'll get rid of him fast.
Where?
Turn on me, will you? No,
He was a lousy nurse anyhow.
Fellas! I was only kidding, fellas! Come on! Fellas! Fellas, now! Fellas! No! 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 Fellas! No! No, fellas! Fellas! No! No! No, fellas! I was only kidding! Fellas! Please! Fellas!
Kelly's Food Hall.
Charlie the Stoolie, please.
No, he ain't here.
Well, would you tell him that Harry Glass is calling?
Oh.
Hey, Charlie. Listen, I need some information. Can you tell me who Mort the Undertaker hangs out with?
Guy Shady Rest? Just a minute. Know those two nuts who run the Greasy Spoon?
Yeah.
They're the ones.
Thanks, Charlie.
Mort! Doc! Don't do it! Don't do it! We've been friends a long time! This will be the end of our
be painless if we dunk you fast. Then we'll dunk you slow.
Be quiet or you'll wake the neighbors.
What a noise he made.
He was a bad sport, if you ask me.
Turn out the lights and let's be scarce for a while.
Friday. You take long lunch hours.
I'm not Friday, Mr. Glass.
Well, who are you then? The Queen of Sheba?
I'm Thursday. Friday's my sister. We're identical twins.
Where is she?
Oh, why? I don't know. I thought you did. That's why I've been following you. You know, Friday's a kook and she needs a chaperone. Are you sure you don't know what's happened to her?
Yeah, I'm afraid I do. Come on, let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
Well, you're going home.
Oh, but I can't.
Why not?
Well, I told my mother I was spending the night with a girlfriend, but my girlfriend's out of town.
Well, you can stay at my place.
Well, thank you.
Are you sure you're not Friday?
Detective Jennings?
Oh, Johnny, this is Harry Glass. I have some information for you.
Shoot.
The Undertaker's Pals are the two guys that had the cafe near my place.
At the Greasy Spoon?
The evidence is inside.
Where are the suspects?
Well, they're out for the evening. They open up at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you can find them there then.
Thanks.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
Ahoy there, me hearties. I'm Crazy Boots Martin. And James the Red. At the NorCal Pirates Festival. And you're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We are still with Miss Spooky Boo, and we are still watching The Undertaker and His Pals. You know, this acid killing scene reminded me of Breaking Bad. Have you seen that show?
Parts of it.
Parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
They used to use acid exclusively, but they did not use it on their victims while they were still alive. They would use it as a body disposal system.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like your garbage disposal story, but different. Slightly.
Cleaners.
Sort of. All right. So anyway, Spooky Boo does this podcast YouTube channel,
That's right.
Scary Story Time, and I've been listening for quite some time, and they are fun. But you were telling me a true life story of yours during the break, where she lived in a haunted house in Santa Rosa.
That's right.
Which is not far from here. And go tell us everything.
Oh, when we moved in, everything seemed fine. But my sister and I started getting little scratches up our arms, 2 or 3 at a time, and
Scratches?
Scratches, like real thin scratches.
Maybe like the size of a kitten's paw?
That's what we thought, because I had a cat.
Right.
But it happened right in front of us.
What do you mean it happened in front of you?
She was standing there, and she said, "Oh, I have this burning on my arm." And she lifted up her sleeve, and there's scratches going all the way up that were just new.
And this home, was it like an old place like this?
It was probably in the 1850s.
1850s?
Maybe.
That's an old place.
Yeah.
So what else? Did you hear screaming in the night or clanging?
We would hear strange noises around the house, sometimes clanging, sometimes whispers.
Whispers?
Whispers.
And could you understand what they said?
No.
Oh my goodness. And how long did you live in this home?
Oh goodness, maybe 5 years.
5 years. And how old were you?
15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents said, "Oh, we live in a haunted house, so what? We're going to stay."
Oh, she didn't believe us.
She didn't believe you. So it only happened to you two?
It happened to my brother's friend. He was sitting in the corner.
Right.
And looking into the bathroom. And next to the bathroom, there's a sewing room, which was always cold. Nobody would ever go in there. And he puts his hands on his chair and gets up and says, "I got to get out of here." My brother's like, "Well, why?" So I just saw this big yellow man-sized cat, fuzzy cat, walk from the bathroom into the cold bedroom, or the cold sewing room.
A giant cat?
A giant cat. Walking.
That's incredible.
Human-like cat.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a cat man.
Right.
Instead of cat woman, it was a cat man.
And
oh my goodness.
Then one night, my sister and her friend were sitting there playing cards at the dining room table. And off to the side of the dining room was another room built, a long room down the house.
Right.
So there was the window that used to look outside, and then the other window that looked out into the backyard. And my sister's friend gets up and goes in the kitchen and grabs a huge knife and comes back and sits down at the table and just stares out the window. And my sister's like, what's wrong? She says, "I just saw a face pop up in the window." She's like, "Somebody's outside looking inside our house?" And she's like, "No, she was in the side room looking."
Goodness.
And
you lived there for 5 years?
And we lived there for 5 years.
Well, at least the ghost did not follow you, right?
I don't know.
Well, you know, our director, Tom, he does these ghost movies.
Mhm.
So, you know, if he ever does number 3, he should look you up to tell this story. All right, speaking of stories, let's get back to The Undertaker and His Pals, because it's going to end soon, right? So
Yeah.
I'll be happy when this film ends. I'll be honest. All right, you stay with us. You stay with us, and we'll see you soon.
You tell Friday about a strong, good-looking man, and off she goes. You know, Harry, you can't be a playboy all your life. This girl must have hurt you, but I won't. Golly, it's 3:45. Well, I guess I'm ready to turn in. Harry, you sleeping? Hey, Harry, wake up. Harry? What happened?
We're out of gas.
Oh, anybody but you and I wouldn't believe it.
I'll be right back.
Now all I need is a match.
I'm sorry, Thursday. Those goons got your sister.
Boy, those dirty, rotten... Oh, I could just tear them apart with my bare hands.
2 of them are dead. Yeah. Mort's gonna get his. I'll see.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
As men tied to the earth, we dream of visiting the stars. As men tied to the stars, we will dream of returning home.
This is your Mac. It's a good Mac. It does those things you like, the music that you love, and most importantly, the work that you do. Sadly though, sometimes it does this, or this, or this. But before you do this, try Tech Tool Pro, your one-stop fix-it tool to locate the source of this so that this still remains your things that you love, music that you enjoy, and important work that you do machine. Tech Tool Pro, the most advanced Macintosh repair utility ever.
Tiffany. We're in Oakland at the Kraken Con. You're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Don't make them like Harry anymore.
Well, it's finally over.
I hope so. We don't need any unnecessary violence in this world. Nature makes enough of its own. Still, a certain amount of evil always creeps in. And we must just strike it down.
There's a party and all the chicks are there. I ain't the kind of fella just to stand around and stare. 'Cause I believe in action, my soul is pleasure bent. And though I dig the chick I pick, it's never permanent. Oh, I cut in, I cut up, and cut out. Yes he do, he really do. Oh, there's never been a devil like me. No, there ain't. Hereabout. You can say that again. Oh, when a girlie rolls her eyes at me, I never miss my opportunity. Oh, I cut in, and I cut up, and cut out. Ever ready, there's no one more alert. I don't need any coaxing when the chicks begin to flirt. I don't care if they're skinny or fat or short or tall. It really makes no difference, 'cause I love to love 'em all. Oh, I cut in, and I cut up, and cut out. Yes, he do, he really do. Oh, there's never been a devil like me. No, there ain't. Hereabout.
Brings the curtain down on the Undertaker and his pals. Maybe I should have said the coffin lid down on the Undertaker and his pals. You know, I like the way this movie ended, because it's kind of like it like a happy peppy, we're not really dead, it's just a movie. See, children watching at home, see, it's all actors. It's not real. None of that was real. Chainsaws, hacking, any of that. Did you like the movie?
Mm-hmm.
You did. I knew you liked the movie. You liked that kind of stuff. What
about
you? You liked it? You know, she didn't like the last movie we watched. She liked this one. You know, I think it's because it involved lots of tools and hardware and things like that. And she always wants people to hold the dolls. And that's one of the creepy... It's not the creepy baby. It is a creepy baby. She's got a creepier one than that. It's spooky, but it's not like spooky, scary story time. All right, so what are you doing next? Just going to keep doing the show?
Keep on telling those scary stories. I want to focus more on my writing, but...
Writing like novel, short story, what would you do?
Short stories.
Short stories are good. You know, it's tough to sit down and do a novel. I used to read them all the time. Now I can't. I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
And I fall asleep reading because I've got old eyes. So short stories I can handle. And you've got the podcast going on. Maybe you're going to make some appearances at some trade shows. Like
maybe.
You should do them. Comic-Con.
I
Get
should.
the word out.
Wear my mask.
Oh, that's right. You do the mask thing.
Mm-hmm.
She is unmasked tonight. But normally your photos, you have like a white mask.
That's right.
I like that. It adds to the creepiness. Good. So if we want to find out more and hear your show, where do we go?
www.scarystorytime.com.
Oh, that's easy. So www.scarystorytime.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That is it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Spooky. You just might as well hold it, and then she'll leave you alone. It's clean. It's not that bad.
Oh, it's kind of cute.
See, she makes friends all the time. All right, well, thank you again for coming and joining us, and hopefully we'll have you next time. You could tell us about your upcoming television show or something like that. Who knows? And as far as you guys are concerned, thanks for staying up late and watching our show. We'll have something for you next week, right? Something new, something different, some different movie, maybe? Who knows? We shall see. You have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you next time. So, Miss Spooky Boo, I'm thinking, you know, this whole creepypasta storytelling thing, you know, maybe there is potential for this type of story of our home in the whole creepypasta genre.
I think Tangella's hair is a little bit like creepypasta.